Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, first of all and foremost, to our graduates, our class of winter 2020. Congratulations. I also want to welcome our family and our guests who are attending our YouTube stream. Thank you for attending and making this a special occasion. I want to just make a few brief opening comments. First, this, as you know, achieving a bachelor's degree is always a tall achievement, and for some of us, it's the first time that we're the first people to achieve bachelor's degrees in our family. And but you all have gone above and beyond. Not only have you completed the requirements of a degree, but you've completed the requirements of a degree amidst a global pandemic. And that's been a challenge for all of us, but really for you. And you've persevered. You know, I think that's the word for 2020 is perseverance. And you've faced incredible hurdles that are both psychological, academic, but also emotional, spiritual, and physical. And you've done it. So I'm proud of you. So just to give you some perspective, I think that a Bachelor of Arts degree in a liberal arts institution, and in astronomy in particular, is something that you will be able to carry with you for the rest of your lives. You've completed this rigorous course of study. You've grown as scholars. You've grown more broadly as humans. You've completed the Starfleet Academy in astrophysics or planetary science or both. You've learned about everything from subatomic particles to the cosmic horizon, some 13.8 billion years distant. And you've accumulated a great deal of knowledge, but I think even more important than knowledge are the skills that you've gained. You've learned to think critically. You've learned to think scientifically based on evidence and reason. You've learned how to approach difficult problems and how to teach yourself, how to learn on your own, to go beyond the textbook. And you've also embraced the discomfort of the unknown, that in science, we're very careful with our words. We never say we've proven anything. We can disprove or support a hypothesis, but we're always open to revising our theories based on new evidence. These skills are tremendously sought after and important, and they're going to make you much sought after in a wide variety of professions, whatever you decide to do, including teaching, potentially continuing on in astronomy or other research, innovating, developing policy, for example. And also, you know, as part of your liberal arts education here in the College of Arts and Sciences, you've gained perspective in many ways, both through your astronomy classes and through your other classes, into humanity and humanity's place in the universe. So to conclude, astronomy is an age-old human endeavor and a field that touches us all. And you are now experts and ambassadors with a truly cosmic perspective. Congratulations. I now want to introduce Elise Turner, who's going to be doing our astronomy presentation.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elise Turner, and I am going to be giving a quick presentation along with Nick from the Planetarium, who will be navigating for us on our virtual dome here. Fellow graduates, I am really delighted to be here with you all celebrating the 2020 Fall APS graduation ceremony. In this time, we have so many things to be thankful for. The experience that we received at CU Boulder, the support that got us to where we are now, the friendships that we have made along the way, and so much more. However, I would really like to highlight the strength and perseverance of this graduating class. The past few years, especially the last one, has been filled with hardships and craziness that we all could not have expected, but have all overcome. And I think it's very important to take moments to remember why we were here in the first place. The passion and curiosity that we all felt when we looked up at the stars at night. And I would really like to show you a few things that we could find in the night sky this upcoming week. That would be really cool. A lot of us here have probably spent a great amount of time looking up at the stars. But the first thing that I like to do when I'm stargazing is to find the North Star. It's a good way to orient yourself, and it's a good first base. We can all do that by finding the Big Dipper, which is one of the easiest things to find in the sky. Just looks like a huge spoon, and it's in the northern sky. Once you find the Big Dipper, you can use the Big Dipper's 2 pointing stars and follow it to the next closest bright star to find the North Star, Polaris. The North Star is the star that never sets, and this star is historic for directing travelers and explorers for the past centuries. However, there are more exciting things to look at in the sky, and tomorrow there is an exciting event. Tomorrow you will be able to see a gorgeous trio of the crescent moon, Jupiter, and Saturn, all in the low western sunset sky. If you take a few minutes after sunset, right around twilight, to see those 3 bright objects, you will get the best view without any star interaction because the stars will not have been bright enough to reach yet. The less brighter star or object in the sky is Saturn, and the brighter one is Jupiter, and the crescent obviously is the moon. However, things get even more exciting, and on Monday, December 21st, which is the northern winter solstice, that will be the day that we receive the least amount of sunlight per year, and it is also the day that marks the start of winter. On this day, in this specific year, you will be able to see the great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn right after sunset. These 2 objects in the sky will be so close together that they will appear to the naked eye as one extremely bright object. These 2 planets haven't been so close together in our night sky since Galileo was using his spyglass in 1623. So I hope all of you have a moment on Monday, December 21st, to take a look at that bright object in the sky that is the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter. Now, there are many, many other things in the night sky that are exciting for us to find, but you all have a local CU APS graduate that you can all learn the wonders of astronomy from, and I'm sure they would be happy to teach you about their passion. Thank you all for joining us today, and congratulations to the graduating class of Fall 2020.
Thank you, Elise. I now want to introduce a pre-recorded video from our faculty.
Just because you're graduating in a pandemic doesn't mean you shouldn't get to see your faculty all dressed up, all silly like, with weird virtual background things happening. But I digress. For those of you graduating today, congratulations. You've navigated a very tough time with things thrown at you you never thought you'd have to deal with, and that makes your degree all the more worthwhile. For those of you I got to know during your time in APS, I'm proud of you. For those of you who I didn't get to know, I'm still proud of you. Congratulations to you all, and go on and do great things.
All right. Thanks, Seth. I'm now going to introduce Professor David Brain, who is our Associate Chair for Undergraduate Education, and he's going to present the undergraduate degrees.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Halverson. And it's my privilege and an activity that I always really enjoy among all of the other activities, to be able to present the graduates to everyone today. So I'll be calling out the names of each graduate, whether they're in attendance here in our virtual meeting or not, because I think we should recognize the achievements of everyone who's graduating today. After I call someone's name, everyone is welcome to applaud, whether you're in this Zoom room or watching via live stream. Wherever you are, I'm sure that someone will be able to hear you, so go for it. And then the graduate will have an opportunity to say a few words if they would like to. We have one graduate who couldn't be with us here in the Zoom room today, but has contributed a video. So when I get to their name, I will also show that video at that time. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So I'd like to present to everyone the candidates for Bachelor of Arts in Astronomy from CU Boulder for the fall of 2020. The graduates are Noam Barazani, you're at least going to hear me clap, darn it. Okay. Ziyue Guo. And you're welcome to say a few words if you would like to, Ziyue.
Hi, I'm Ziyue. It's nice to be graduate.
Thank you. Okay, Jonathan Joseph Henkin.
So a couple of words. First, I want to say thank you to my family, my friends, and anyone else who supported me through my time at CU. Second, I want to note that I don't think I can say that every day I spent at APS was the most joyful one. No, I definitely can't say that. But I can say assuredly that every day I spent here, I was learning and growing, and for that, I am eternally grateful. So thank you to all my professors and the faculty and anyone else who helped put on this virtual commencement. Appreciate your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Emma Lieb.
Hi, I'd really like to thank everyone who supported me along the way. Obviously, my friends, family, all my professors. It was really challenging, obviously, but so worth it. And I'm so happy to be here. And thank you all for this virtual ceremony.
Great. Thank you. Nick Marquez.
I want to thank my family and my friends for sticking with me through thick and thin, through the good and the bad, and everything in between.
Thanks, Nick. Vaughn Jacob O'Hara. Sean Javier Pomeroy.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank my friends, my family, and my wife to help me get here. It was a really long road, and I'm glad I finally made it.
Thanks, Sean. Anna Catherine Pusak, who's graduating summa cum laude. Yash Rai.
I would like to thank my parents for letting me come to US from India. I would like to thank all the professors and the department for helping me out when I needed help. And it's been an honor to study at CU in astronomy. Thank you.
Thanks, Yash. Jacob Charles Reinheimer. Cole Walker Skeffington. Evan James Spruceton. Elise Nicole Turner.
Hi, everyone. I wanted to thank my friends who are showing up right now and watching me at this grad ceremony. It's been a long road, but I'm really glad to finally be done with it and ready to start my career. See you.
Justin Lawrence Wang. And Justin sends this video.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank my family, friends, fellow classmates, and professors for helping me to get here. APS is truly a special department with fun, smart, and engaging professors, and I'm truly honored to have been a part of it for 4.5 years. Thank you.
So did the sound come through? I forgot to click the share computer sound. Great. Okay. So I can't extract my robes and mortarboard from my office, but I can operate Zoom videos. So we'll take what we can get. Okay, with that, let's recognize all of the undergraduate Bachelor of Arts in Astronomy recipients all together one more time. And my sincere congratulations to you all. One reason that I love doing this is I love to see all of the students that I got to interact with, that I had the privilege of interacting with in their time here in the department. So some of you I've had more than once in class, and almost all of you I've met or had in class in some way. And I'm always excited to see where you end up next. So, if I could say two things to you before you go, one is don't forget to look up. And two, please treat the phrase, "I don't know," as the beginning of a conversation as opposed to the end. I think that's what scientists do. So from there, let's move to the graduate students in our department. So our department is a big family, and not only do we have undergraduates, probably the largest undergraduate astronomy major in the country or even the world, but we have a whole host of very capable and qualified graduate students as well, some of whom are being awarded their degrees this week. So I'm going to read off their names so that we can recognize them. And so first up are students in our department who are receiving their Masters of Science in Astrophysical and Planetary Sciences. Our department is a PhD granting department. So the Master of Science is really a stopping off point on students' way to their PhD. To receive this degree, they have completed original research that is of publication quality. They have written up that research and presented it to a panel of 5 faculty from the CU campus and have been deemed to pass this milestone, this examination on their way to advancing to candidacy for the PhD. So we have 8 graduate students that are receiving Masters of Science, and I will just read all of their names at once. Fernando Cruz Aguirre, Neil Bassett, Rachel Boyer, Justice Gibson, Angie Hark-Hosman, Niraj Kulkarni, Daniel Sega, and Jonathan Stouffer. These students have spanned the breadth of research that's offered by our department. Some of them are budding solar physicists. Some of them are working on exoplanet research. Some of them are doing experimental astrophysical detector work. Others have done theoretical investigations of how the universe is expanding. And so all of astronomy is represented in these students. We have 2 other graduate students who are officially receiving their degrees this week. They're Doctor of Philosophy in Astrophysics, so their PhD degree. I will first read the names of the students and we can do our quiet clapping thing, and then I'll tell you a little bit about them. The first one is Ryan Orvidal, and the second one is Tristan David Weber. So I happen to be on both of these thesis committees within the past month or so. As a matter of fact, Tristan Weber was my own graduate student. So I can tell you in 1 or 2 sentences what each student did to receive their PhD. Ryan Orvidal is a computer simulationist for the interiors of stars. And he uses fluid dynamic equations in his three-dimensional simulations. So he builds a whole star in a box in his computer and simulates what the magnetic properties of the interiors of that star should be like. Currently, computer simulations are very far away from being able to reproduce the exact conditions in the interiors of, for example, our sun or other objects like planets. And so he has to use parameters that are very far away from what we think reality is and use the results of those simulations to infer how real stars work. Tristan Weber studied spacecraft observations from a spacecraft currently orbiting Mars. He used charged particle observations, electrons, the little, almost the smallest, zippiest things that there are in the universe before you get to subatomic particles. And he used those electrons to tell him something about the magnetic structure near Mars, the magnetic environment near Mars and how it's configured, and also whether a planet needs a magnetic field in order to retain an atmosphere that could be habitable someday. His work touched on these questions. So we're very proud of both of these students and interested to see where they end up as well, just as we are with our undergraduates. Okay, so thanks very much for your attention. And I'm really privileged to be able to recognize all of these students from our department today. We're just so proud of what everybody was able to accomplish. And with that, I'll hand things back over to Professor Halverson.
All right, thanks, Professor Brain. So this concludes our ceremony. I want to once again congratulate the class of winter 2020. Congratulations. And we hope to, I know that this virtual ceremony doesn't quite cut it compared to the in-person ceremony. So right now, I just want to cordially invite you to our next in-person ceremony, whenever that will be. I have a feeling it will be a year from now and maybe a year and a half. And I hope that you find yourself in the Boulder environs and are able to come visit with us. And regardless of whether we have, whether you're here for the graduation ceremony or not, we really want to stay in touch with you. You're an important part of our family, an important part of our community. You're a great resource for our next crop of undergraduates and graduate students, those who are following behind you. And we're really excited to follow you and in your life path. So stay in touch. You can now tell your now you can move your tassel. I've already moved mine, and I'm really confused by the reverse video. But you can move your tassel from right. Hope this is right to you, to left, and that means your virtual tassel, and that means that you are officially graduates. So you can all unmute and cheer.
Right, way to go.
Yeah.
Buffs!
So finally, afterwards, we're going to end the formal stream and the recording, but afterwards, please know that you can remain here in the Zoom room, and we'll have a chat so you can talk amongst yourselves and with the faculty who are attending. So thank you and congratulations.